Welcome back again to another physics class. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So when I upload a new video, you'll be able to get the notification. So the topic before us today is motion. And what we are going to look at under the topic today are definition of motion, types of motion, combination of different types of motion, and relative motion. The first one, definition of motion. Motion simply means the change of an object position with respect to time. The change of an object position with respect to time. It simply means change of an object position with respect to time. Then, the nature of motion can be kinematic motion. 2, dynamic motion. Now, when you say kinematic motion, when you study the motion of an object without regardless of the force that caused the motion, then that is kinematic motion. I take it again. That is, kinematic motion is the study of motion of an object without regarding the forces that cause the motion. That's kinematic motion. Dynamic motion is the study of an object motion with regard to the force that caused the motion. That is, when you study motion together with the force that caused the motion, that one is dynamic. But kinematic, you only study the motion without looking at the force that caused the motion. That are the two natures of motion that we can have. Then the next thing now is types of motion. Types of motion. The 4 basic types of motion are 4 basic types of motion. 1, we have rectilinear motion, or you call it translational motion. 2, rotational motion. Rotational motion. 3, oscillatory, or you call it vibratory motion. And number 4 is random motion. Now, let's take it one after the other. Mind you, I said 4 basic types of motion. It means we can still have other types of motion, but these are the basic types that we can have. So let's take it one after the other. The first one, which is rectilinear. Rectilinear means motion of an object on a straight line. On a straight line. That is, motion of an object on a straight line. That's what the word rectilinear means. Now, what are the examples? Examples. of examples of rectilinear motion. According to the definition, motion of an object on a straight line. 1. A moving train. A moving train. 2. A moving toy car. 3. An athlete. 'Running on a track. 4. A falling mango. Mango from tree. Number 5. A boy walking on a straight line. Number 6. A plane. Football and etc. In short, any object moving on a straight line is a typical example of rectilinear motion or translatory motion. Now, let's take number 2, rotational motion. Rotational motion is the motion of an object moving in a circular path along a fixed axis. That is the motion of an object moving in a circular path along a fixed axis. Examples of rotational motion. Examples of rotational motion. 1. Rotation of fan blade. Rotation of fan blade. 2. Rotation of earth. Rotation of earth on its axis. Number 3. Rotation of the wheel of a moving vehicle. Number 4. A spinning. Top. Number 5. Rotation of the steering wheel of vehicle. Number 6. Rotation of a rocket rocking chair. These are few examples of rotational motion. Now, number 3, oscillatory or vibratory motion. This one is the to and fro movement of an object along a phase axis. The motion repeats itself within time interval. Examples of oscillatory motion. One, vibration of a beat drum. Vibration of a beat drum. Number 2, motion of simple pendulum. Number 3, motion of a pendulum clock. Pendulum clock. That is, when you say either motion of a simple pendulum or motion of a pendulum clock. Let's say this is the pendulum. When you displace it a little, then definitely it will move to and fro from one side to another, moving like this, coming back, moving like this. So the motion is repeating itself with equal time interval. So that is what we call oscillatory motion. Another example, the vibration of a plug guitar. Vibration of a plug guitar. When you plug a guitar, then the vibration is also an oscillatory motion. Number 5, the heartbeat. The heartbeat. That is, when you place your hand in your chest like this, it will be 72 beats per minute. So as the heart is beating, so it's another examples of oscillatory motion. We have other examples. These are few examples that we can mention here because of time. Let's now go to the last one, random motion. Random motion. In the random motion is the motion of an object which does not face a particular direction. It is also known as the zigzag motion of an object. That is random motion. That is, the motion of such object will not face a particular direction, or the zigzag motion of an object. Examples under random motion. Examples of random. 1. Motion of dust, particle, dust, particles. Number 2, motion of smoke, particle. 3, motion of a crawling insect. Number 4, Rotational motion. Number 5, the motion of a flying butterfly. The movement of water molecules, and so on. These are few examples that we can also mention under random motion. Now, the next thing is combination of different types of motion. That is, when we say combination of different types of motion, that is, motion of an object can combine 2 or more types of motion together. For instance, the wheel of a moving vehicle. 1. The wheel of a moving vehicle. Combine rotational and rectilinear together. See the motion of the wheel of a moving vehicle. When a vehicle is on motion, definitely the wheel will be rotating at the same time moving on a straight line. So it will combine rotational and rectilinear or translational together. Another example, number 2, the wing of a flying bird. we combine vibratory and translational together. Number 3, a rolling cylinder. A rolling cylinder we combine rotational and translational together. 4, a flying butterfly. We combine random motion and translational motion. Number 5, movement of molecules of liquids combine random and translational motion. And so on. From what we have seen now, we can now say that it is possible for a single material or an object to combine one or two types of motion together, as we have seen on the board. Next is relative motion. Relative motion is the comparative motion of two or more objects from frame of reference. I take it again. Relative motion is the comparative motion of two objects from frame of reference. That is, all the types of motion we've mentioned are relative in nature. They are relative in nature. That is, relative motion is the comparative motion of two objects with frame of reference. The comparative motion of two objects with frames of reference. By frame of reference, is the point, so is the position of the object at a particular point, that is frames of reference, the position of an object at a particular point. Or in another way, when you say relative motion, is the motion of object observing over another object, either at rest or in motion. That is when you compare the motion of two objects with frame of reference, or you observe motion of an object to another object, either at rest or in motion. So we call that one relative motion. Examples of relative motion. One. Now, the first example is a person inside a moving vehicle. Observe that both the tree and the bush outside the vehicle are moving along with the vehicle, whereas the trees and all other things outside the vehicle are at rest. One, a person inside a moving vehicle. Observed that the tree and other objects outside are moving along with the vehicle. Whereas the tree and outside objects are at rest. That's the first example. Another one that we usually see is a person inside the vehicle, a moving vehicle, looking down. Observe that the ground move along with the vehicle, whereas the ground is stationary. We can have more example under this one, but because of time, all these are the possible example under relative motion. And from what we have seen today, we have seen motion, the definition, types of motion, combination of different types of motion and relative motion. In our next video, we are going to look at the basic terms used in motion. And the first one, we are going to look at position, distance, and displacement. The other one will be in the next video. And as I said in the beginning, if you are new to this website, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So when I upload a new video like this, you'll be able to get the notification